مناقشة التنمية المستدامة في صعيد مصر. حاول بنور العلم أن تتجمل، حاول بنور العلم أن تتجمل، واجعل كلامك طيبا ومعسلا. الرأي يحتمل الصواب وضده، لا تحسبن الرأي قولا منزلا. ناقش وحاور، فالحوار ينيرنا، واسمح لنور الشمس أن يتغلغل. إن كنت لا تدري الحقيقة كلها، حاول صديقي جاهدا أن تسأل. الجمع الكريم، طبتم، طاب ممشاكم، تبوأتم من الجنة منزلا. باسم مدارس المصرية أقدم لكم خالص التحية والتقدير على مجهودكم الطيب الكريم الذي تبذلوه خدمة للوطن، لرفع رايته عالية خفاقة، وتنويرا لعقول أبنائكم، ومساهمة منكم في الدروب لمسيرة الوطن واستدامة تقدمه إن شاء الله. أرحب بسعادة الدكتور وائل الطناحي، الأمين العام للمجلس الوطني للشباب. كما نرحب بسعادة الدكتورة رحاب يوسف محمد، مدير عام الثقافة والتوعية البيئية بوزارة البيئة. كما نرحب بسعادة المهندس أسعد محمد أحمد، رئيس قسم التوعية البيئية بجهاز شؤون البيئة بقنا. كما نرحب بسعادة المهندسة عبير محمد النجار، مسؤول المجلس بقنا. كما نرحب بسعادة الدكتورة فاطمة القزاز، رئيس لجنة التعليم بالمجلس. القانون الاستشاري والدستوري. كما نرحب بسعادة المهندس محمد أمين، رئيس لجنة البيئة والرفق بالحيوان بالمجلس. كما نرحب أيضا بسعادة المهندس مؤمن أحمد عبد الناصر، نائب رئيس مجلس إدارة شركة كودورا جلوبال. حللتم أهلا ونزلتم سهلا، مرحبا بكم في مدارس النيل المصرية فرع هنا. لغة الحوار نوافذ مفتوحة، يا صاحبي لا تبكي عقلك مغلقا. لغة الحوار كجنة مخضرة، كن نبع ماء سائغ أو جدولا. بدل مكانك كي ترى مثلي أنا. أرأيت صار الآن رأيي أفضل. والآن مع كلمة الأستاذة ريهام عن التنمية المستدامة في مصر في إطار تحقيق نواتج التعلم للصف التاسع بمدارس النيل المصرية.
Good morning, everyone. The Nile Egyptian schools aim to meet international education standards in terms of recognized curricula, certified teachers, qualified administrative staff, and school buildings constructed and equipped according to contemporary international standards. From this perspective, today we're gonna make a nice debate between the students of grade 9. All of these are our grade 9 students. They are basically in pre-IG stage. It means next year, inshallah, they will be in secondary education. From this perspective, today we're gonna have a debate about the sustainable development. From whatever we have heard yesterday and the amazing seminar that we have attended with all of you, they're going to talk about whether sustainable development is still relevant in our Egyptian society, or we still need more work into this field. The Millennium Development Goals have paved the way to a newer version of global sustainable development. The implications for education are vast and well worth for the effort. 2015 was a landmark year for international development with the adoption of transforming our world. And that's basically the plan of our country. So we're going to start with having the two teams please in the middle. You can have two lines, here a line and here another. Where is the affirmative team? Please stand here. The affirmative team. These people are basically totally with the sustainable development and they feel it is present in our community. However, that's going to be the opposing team that they basically feel that we still have a lot of years to work in order to have our achievement done. Okay, let's sit down. We're going to start with the first round. Student Sarah Abdullah and student Daniela Peter. Take the stage.
So my name is Sarah Abdullah. I'm from grade 9 and I'm the spokesperson of the affirmative team.
I'm Daniela Peter. I'm in grade 9B. I'm the spokesperson of the opposing team. So, talking about sustainable development, the idea first emerged in the late 1980s as a response to the world's growing social and environmental problems. The inequality gap between rich and poor people was widening every day, and the projections for the population growth were alarming. We wanted to better the situation, and our first thoughts were, how are we going to feed 9 billion people in 2050 if we are incapable of feeding the current society? How can we offer everyone access to clean water, healthcare, and education? How can we protect biodiversity and take concrete action against climate change? The proposed solution was a new kind of development, or rather, sustainable development. It is defined as the development that meets the present needs without affecting the future generations' ability to meet theirs. It means that growth must be accomplished with respect to the nature and humankind, and by combining economic goals, social responsibility, and environmental protection. Next, I want to talk about the sustainable development in Egypt. Egypt is one of the countries that are attempting to achieve sustainable development. The first step to solve a solution is to be aware of it. Spreading awareness to the Egyptians and involving them in the operation is the key to attain sustainable development at a faster rate. We were lucky enough to have witnessed one of the conferences that took place yesterday, the conference on activating the sustainable development goals in Upper Egypt. It covered different aspects of sustainable development, for example, health, education, and the environment. I personally have learned a lot from that experience, as I wasn't aware of some of the basic facilities that the country provides for us. For example, the Unified Government Complaint System, منظومة الشكاوى الحكومية الموحدة, and the Egyptian Drug Authority, هيئة الدواء المصريه. Many citizens, like myself, are unaware of those facilities, nor the health and educational services the country provides. The conference yesterday was clear claim that we are making progress towards sustainable development by spreading knowledge in rural areas ensuring the best way this information could reach big cities in the most effective way. The next step would be to have different sectors of the society to participate in our plan, a plan that has been set by our country specialists and that has been thoroughly studied, which is Egypt Vision 2030. It works on different aspects of sustainable development environmentally, socially, and economically. I will cover one of those elements, which is the environment. The environment is actually essential for our survival. We depend on the world around us to live, and if it corrupts, it will be our end too. Humans have been damaging the environment for decades without being aware of the negative effects that will eventually go back against us and will prompt mass migration and battle over clean water. Egypt has been trying to avoid those battles So they have made some activities that would help aid the environment. For example, there are associations that are responsible for the environment aid, like the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Agriculture. We have made projects that use renewable energy resources, for example, the Bamban Solar Park and Ras Gharib Wind Farm, and hydroelectric power generation from the High Dam. We have also been raising awareness using the conferences and charities and providing minor suggestions that individuals can do, like reducing, reusing, and recycling. We also are trying to make production tools that use less energy and that are eco-design friendly, like products that are eco-friendly.
First of all, as you've said right now, people should be aware of the sustainable projects done. However, most of the countries in Upper Egypt are not aware about these projects. They don't know even what's meant by sustainable development. And there's also some unknown villages that they don't know the concept itself. The awareness is being spread in large cities. So you're just focusing on some countries of the country, or some cities of the country, and you're ignoring the others. This is the first point. The second point, of course, no doubt that sustainable projects are very prominent and effective. However, not all countries have the strong financial status to support and to attempt these projects. For example, a country like Egypt that faces significant financial problems, and they are currently in debt. So they have to pay back millions of dollars to other countries, to international banks, and to the International Monetary Fund. So it's really difficult. In addition, the value of the dollar is increasing approximately daily, and this leads to a gradual decrease in the national budget of the country. So it would be nearly impossible to get involved in new projects, and you didn't pay back the money that you have taken. And also, the country has already done a lot of projects, like the project of Haya Karima, the new city of Mansoura, the new city of Baqna, and a lot of other cities, and also the new universities that have been done. So all of these have already cost them a lot. So they don't have the budget, and they don't have the strong financial status to support these projects. And also, I want to add something, that one of the aims of sustainable development is to improve manufacturing products. So this leads to, of course, an improvement in the factories, and this may cause increase in the air pollution. On the long term, this will increase climate change, and by this way, we're not saving the environment, we are harming it more. And if we just try to decrease the products and the manufacture, by this way, we wouldn't leave any products or any things for the other future generations to use.
So talking from the financial aspect, we have to admit that in the previous decade there have been major events that affected the economy in Egypt, like the COVID pandemic and the war between Russia and Ukraine. And we already have projects in Egypt that provide finances. Even if we have big debts, we use what we have in our country. Talking from the environmental perspective, climate change is a worldwide problem, and big organizations are working to solve this. So instead of trying to solve a problem that's worldwide, we're trying to solve problems in Egypt to make us equal with the big countries like the United States or so on. So we're using our financial aids to develop the education and the healthcare. And by developing these things, we are improving the civilians, which are the foundation of the society. Therefore, these civilians are the ones who are going to help us in the future to actually help the environment after solving our financial problems and ending the war.
Okay, however, I don't find any solution for climate change until now. It's increasing day by day. And also, climate change, of course, it's like a pandemic problem. And instead of just trying to solve this problem, we're going to increase it. That's not logic. Am I right?
Thank you so much. Okay, normally our opening rounds, they're gonna take a little bit longer. From now, each round gonna take only 2 minutes. So round 2, and this time I think the opposing team shall start.
Hello, my name is Azhara Yasser. I'm in grade 9B and I'm the spokesman of the opposing team.
My name is Niri Muhammad. I'm in grade 9A. I'm the spokesman of the affirmative team.
Sustainable development is Egypt's aim nowadays. But how should we reach this aim? By simple steps, just like journeys. Every journey starts with one step. A very simple step is being clean and tidy. But what should I say? People from all ages throw trash carelessly on the streets, which causes the excessive amount of garbage and debris, which will conclude that they should burn this garbage, which will cause the climate change problem. The problem here is children. Children are what the future depends on. If they're not tidy, if they're not clean, how will Egypt be? In addition to Egypt, which was the 27th most polluted country out of 195 countries in 2021, how will we solve this problem?
Okay, you mentioned that people can't even keep the streets clean, and that has nothing to do with sustainable development. Sustainable development is the process of using the resources we already have to aid the upcoming generations, and that's not related to rubbish and nor the trash. And you also stated that any person participating in sustainable development must have certain morals to get the goals done efficiently. However, I'm well aware that we're living in a religious conservative community, so that isn't a big issue. Plus, I believe that you're implying that Egyptian people lack morals, and that's an extremely false and harmful statement that you made. And I will also add that it is a manifestation of internalized racism and discrimination.
Who said that trash isn't related to sustainable development? Germany, for example, is a very clean society. It's when